All right. Hey, everyone. This is Valerie Lopez at Comedy Wham. And I am doing a special little intro to our regularly scheduled podcast because, unbeknownst to me, maybe not unbeknownst to those who know him, our guest this week, we recorded the week before FPIA 2025 and he won. He won the damn thing. Absolutely incredible night of comedy. He absolutely crushed the finals and very well deserved win. So I'm here with JJ Curry, the 2025 funniest person in Austin officially.
Hey, how you guys doing? Hope this audio works.
JJ, tell me how you felt going into uh, into the night.
Um, well, I just flew back in from Tampa. So I was spending the weekend. I just got done doing a weekend of headlining. So I was
Yeah.
tired. I was just like, we just got to get through. Like, this is it. And in the words of my mama, this is it. Either you ready, you ain't. So the
Yeah.
first comic went up, I think Matthew Mitchell,
Hmm.
he destroyed. And from that
Yeah.
point, I was like, well, we locked in now. We gotta beat him. So it was a
Yeah.
good show, man. It was a really good time. It was fun.
It, yeah. It was an incredible night. The finalists just were all on their game, and yeah, it was amazing. And then when your name, so when the third runner-up and second, or I guess first runner-up, so second and third place, when they were announced, were you letting yourself think anything?
Oh, because I thought the guy who won second was going to end up winning it all. So I
Hmm.
was like, when there was legitimately like the two people I was like concerned over the whole competition.
Uh-huh.
And I was just like, man, I'm probably not finna. So when I heard their name, I was like, there's no fucking way I did this. There's no way I did this. And when they said my name, I was like, oh, genuinely happy. I got my new washer and dryer.
Already? You did
Yeah, oh,
it?
it's on the way.
That's amazing. I mean, yeah, people will listen to this, and he was not joking when in his acceptance speech he talked about the washer and dryer. I mean, he recorded that a week before what his intention would be if he won. So that's amazing that you I mean, you're just the best. Everybody else would be spending it on other things. So
No, we gotta take care of priorities.
yeah. Um, we talk in the podcast about how you didn't know that there was prize money. You heard people talking about this contest, so you didn't know everything. Did you know that getting to wear the cape and crown was
Oh
part
no,
of the deal?
no, I
Which you did
didn't.
nothing.
I didn't know. It was like, what is this? And the funny thing is, I saw it on stage, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if we get to put that on. Like, ignorance is bliss, baby. I'm just
Yeah, it really is. It really is. I'm so excited because I know one of the things that we also talked about was, Cap City needs to at least let you headline the Red Room. And now that they know, who you are and what you can be, I feel like, oh, that's just a matter of time because you're obviously going to be on Moon Tower. You're going to crush at Moon Tower. Um, but I'm hoping that that means that, headlining at Cap City is going to come sooner rather than later.
I will hope at least one day, at least one. I'm look, I am here to prove a point.
Yeah.
They actually reached out to me. I'm actually hosting this weekend for Darren Brand. So that's a good one. That's a good little step towards the goal. Well, I know you wanted to at least see me host at least once. So it's like
Yeah.
I know the steps. Well, I'm here for it. Let's go for it.
And then the one of the many, really funny things to listen to in retrospect, to the episode that we recorded is one of the things that you said is, I'm just a random guy that nobody knows.
Still the random guy nobody knows. It just still the random guy nobody knows.
Yeah, but now you're like memorialized. You are, the 2025 funniest person in Austin, and no one can
Thank you.
take that away from you. And I know I said, the winner is whoever the judges happen to like on that particular night under those
Mhm.
particular circumstances, but hey, you did it.
Yeah. Well, they liked me that night when that particular circumstances. I
Yeah,
did
they loved you that night.
it.
Yeah. So great. I'm glad Cap Cities got you hosting. Has your phone and has your Instagram been blowing up with people
Oh
saying,
yeah, yeah. Yesterday was a crazy day. Yesterday was a. I think I finally got to the last message this morning. Like,
"Hey."
oh, I'm sorry, I was getting to you late. Just there, you got lost in the shuffle. And it's like, oh, I just want to say thank you. And so it worked out well.
Yeah.
Social media did. I did get a couple followers off of it. Yeah. Let's just hope that we can keep riding this wave. Let's say that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm sure it will be a wave, everybody's knows your name right today and right now, and then it'll fade off, but
It
Moon
fade off
Tower
quick.
is that's gonna be crazy.
I know. I think it's the week of my birthday too. So I think it's like
Oh,
April 20th.
nice.
So it's
Proper
like, oh,
celebration.
we gonna
Yeah.
be a good way to step into 35.
Oh, so awesome. I was so happy that I was sitting where I was sitting, where, the comics were all walking by, and it just felt like, like little victory lap, the high five as you were
Mhm.
running to the stage. It was so exciting just for me, the fact that we happened to record the week before, and it was just so cool to see you so happy. And you had a friend who, after you came off stage, after all the pictures, picked you up and
Oh
just
yeah, Zacho. Yeah.
so happy for you.
He was like, man, I feel like we all won. Yeah, it was fun, man. A lot of comedians, a lot of comics, because I only been here for like a year, so many people that don't. Some people still don't know me because I'm the
Yeah,
random guy. A lot of them saw the set and it was like, "Yo, okay, we heard of you. We get it now.
yeah.
We get what people said." I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm kind of scared about what you think told you." I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah, so I think the next step is going to be some What Up Though merchandise. I
Yeah, we
think
gotta get some
that's,
what up those t-shirts or something.
yep,
We gotta make the movement.
yep,
Probably a
yep.
wine glass.
Oh, yeah. I like it. I like it. All right. Well, that's all I've got, unless there's something else you want to talk about, from,
I just want to say thank you, man. I really appreciate it. It
yeah,
was fun. This is a great little for this week long friendship that we established.
I
It's
know,
been a
right?
crazy.
Forever friends. Yeah. Very special moment in history here. And with that, everybody, here's the episode recorded 1 week before our FPIA winner, JJ Curry. Thanks, JJ.
Thank you.
Welcome to another episode of Comedy Wham Presents with me, your host, Valerie, and sometime kitty co-hosts Miss Purrington and Mookie are back at home. We are recording from the Fallout Theater podcast studio. ComedyWham.com is your place to go for features about all Austin comedy. In addition to podcasts, Comedy Wham brings you articles, album reviews, show reviews, our advice column, our listing of festivals from across the country and the world, our FPIA contest page, and my articles for the Austin Chronicle and thebarbedwire.com about the Austin and Texas comedy scene. Our most popular feature is our events page for live comedy shows in Austin, Houston, and DFW, where 100% of the entries you see come from comics and producers. Click the Submit a Show button from the top of the homepage or events page to fill out the survey to get your show listed. It's free and easy. Tag us on your Instagram stories and we'll share your show promo to our followers. We also offer paid promo pushes on Instagram. Speaking of events, come check out my new passion project show called Impro Vintage. We've got 2 shows at the end of September. Follow us on Impro Vintage at Instagram and TikTok. Want to support these resources that we provide? You can donate to Comedy Wham on PayPal, Venmo, or even Patreon. Click the Support CW icon on our homepage to see the ways that you can help us. Our podcast was launched in 2016 to bring you funny people and their stories. As a fan, I like to delve into a comic's background and motivations, and will usually take a detour along the way. Consider the interview a way for you to get to know the folks that make the Austin comedy scene one of the best in the country. If you like this podcast, please rate and review us. Today, we are speaking with somebody who's a recent transplant from the burgeoning Tampa comedy scene. He's performed at the 2022 World Comedy Expo Festival and the 2021 North Carolina Comedy Festival. He performs all around the country, and he had his Kill Tony debut on episode 721, where he earned himself a notebook, which if you know the Kill Tony lore, you know that that's a big, big deal. We are recording this a week away from the 2025 Funniest Person in Austin contest at Cap City Comedy Club, where he is a finalist. It's kind of shitty that I'm recording before the contest because I'm recording a whole bunch of other people after the contest. So we're going to know. But as of today, we don't know the results. But now, Comedy Wham presents our guest, JJ Curry.
Hey, how you doing? That was a good intro. Man, I needed you to write my bio.
Happy to. One of the things that I took out of this introduction is I really like the way you open your sets.
Yeah.
It's kind of like your signature,
Oh, yeah.
right?
The giggle?
A little, the giggle, but then also...
The 1/8 joke?
No.
Oh.
The
what up, though?
There you go. There you go. I'm like, come on, I'm not going to feed it to you, but I know you know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's just I wanted to say, hey.
Yeah. Because every once in a while, there are comics. I've been covering the comedy scene for like over 10 years. And every once in a while, there's a comic that will kind of have that signature intro. Mm-hmm. And there's one who's going to be one of your competitors in the finals, who has had one for many, many years, but he's like over the last year or two, he dropped it, and it makes me sad.
Oh, no. I got to see the what up, though. That's just a shout out to one of my best friends.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's from Detroit, so anytime we were working together at a nightclub, and every time he said me, like, what up? I called him my cousin. So he was like, what up, though? And I was just like, yeah. And when I told him I was doing comedy, he was like, man, you should just walk out there and just say, what up, though, and just start. And I was like, all right. And that's how I started that. And the giggle. The giggle was just...
The giggle's great.
Yeah.
It
seemed to disarm people. So it's just like, oh, we're here for a good time.
Yeah. That's amazing. Okay, well, I have a signature opening question of my own. So I'll throw it at you. One word to describe your past.
Ooh, dark.
Dark?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. But I think it's necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm a happy person. I'm a pretty smiley guy.
Yeah.
And I pretty much try to find a light in everything. So because of that, is the reason why, like, because of how dark my past was, it's the reason why I'm just like, oh, yeah, it's not that bad. It's because I can see why the person I became. And it was like, this is not the worst.
Yeah.
It could have been way worse.
So you kind of ascribe to that comedy comes from pain kind of philosophy.
Yeah.
Well, I know in your Kill Tony interview, you talked about being in the military and some of the injury.
Yeah. Well, not an injury. It's more of I had developed an autoimmune disease. Yeah. Like maybe 3 weeks of being in my first duty station. So I was like, I walked in with a headache and a 105 fever, 103 fever at the time. And that was in January, and I didn't walk out until a week before my birthday. And that was in April of 2020.
Wow.
I was trying to turn 20.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was like all that happened like within a year of me being away from my mama's house for the first time.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's
a lot going on. I had to learn how to walk again. My ex cheated on me. It was a lot.
Oh my God, JJ.
You know what I'm saying? That's why when he asked me, he was like, "You want to talk about it?" Like it's dark. I don't even want to get into it.
Wow. Okay, well, let's go back to JJ growing up.
Okay.
Was there a role that comedy played in your life?
Ooh, ironically, yes and no. Like, my mom really enjoyed stand-up comedy. Mm-hmm. So, like, she always used to be like, let's watch. So I watched a lot of, like, we had BET, so I watched Comic View every night, regardless. So whether it was a real one or not, I seen a lot of Comic View, and then I watched a lot of like specials. But I was, black kids, so I grew up watching Kings of Comedy, a lot of Def Jams, a lot of Def Jams. grew up watching like stand up everywhere. So when we finally moved out of the area that we lived in, my mom just like every time she would be like Walmart had these $5 boxes, and you can go buy a bunch of DVDs. That's why I bought Dave Chappelle Killing Them Softly, and from that point on, it's like this is incredible.
Wow.
But I never once thought about doing stand up comedy as a kid. I as a joke. I told somebody in high school I was gonna be a stand-up comedian, and she busted out laughing. Said, I think you can do it. So like years later, and then like a few years ago when I finally dropped something on my social media, she like DM me. She's like, "Remember that day you told me you were gonna do this, and you told me you don't know how to write a joke?" It was like I knew this is gonna happen.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it's just comedy just seemed to always been I always knew I can be funny when I need to be. So it was just a thing.
Yeah. Fast forward, so I'm gonna jump way ahead. I was watching your episode. I forgot the name, but James Yan was the guy.
Oh yeah,
and you talked about landing an audition for the Def Jam.
Yeah. I had an audition. They didn't work out. I have a lot of failures. I have a lot of good failures. It's comedy for you. Yeah, I auditioned for the Bob's, I forget his name, but he was running a competition for people to do. The guy who brought Def Comedy, one of the guys that co-wrote Def Comedy Jam, he was bringing the show back, and at that time I was doing an audition for him.
Yeah.
Clearly I didn't get it, but it's I'm just not a typical comedians. I'm not a typical comedian that people try to label me as. So it doesn't.
Wait! You're gonna have to explain that. What do you mean?
I'm not like a. It's crazy. Like I grew up in the hood, but I'm not what you would call a hood comic. But I'm also like not friendly enough to do Caucasian people's kindness. So it's like I fit in an area that doesn't like quite exist right now. So it's just that's why it's like I can go in a room full of mixed people and I'll have the best set ever.
Yeah.
If I go in a room full of all black people, it will still be the same jokes. Nothing's gonna change, and the same thing wouldn't change for the white people. So it would just be like I just fit in the area, and I don't really cuss like that during my material. Because I'm like, I always tell people I'm not a clean comic, or clean comics are getting arrested. But I'm a comic that can work clean, and I think I have given myself a limit of like 5 cuss words anytime I do a performance.
I watched a few of your clips. It didn't even, this is when I love comics, is I watched a few of your clips, and until you just said that, I didn't even think about the fact that there wasn't a lot of, there weren't cuss words, not vulgar. It was just great stuff to listen to. Yeah.
I started comedy in the Panhandle of Florida, and when I started, I was always doing shows in front of black women, older black women, and they remind me of my mom and my aunt. Oh. And I can't cuss in front of them. So like that just kind of tatered me into the whole not cussing material. So it's just like I can't cuss in front of this somebody grandmama. So that was kind of led into the whole can I work clean thing. It was just like, yeah, I have to, because I just internally I just cannot. Like even to this day I still don't cuss in front of my mom. And she know I say wild things.
So sweet.
Thank you. I'm just a Southern boy.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's go back to growing up, and at what point did you think, okay, well I'm gonna give this the shot?
I just got out of the military, so it was like it's finna turn 21. Yeah, I told you I did not think about doing stand-up comedy. I didn't even know you can write I didn't know people practice jokes.
You've been watching all this stuff.
Yeah, but I thought they all came up with it as they walked on stage. So like I didn't know you can go to an open mic. I didn't know you can write a joke. I didn't know the whole concept of it. So I literally was in the middle. I literally was out in the military. I was working at K Jewelers. I was going to school full time. I just got out of the military. So I was working at K Jewelers. I was working full time at a job.
You were in Florida at this point.
Okay, I was in the Panhandle of Florida, Fort Walton Beach area.
Okay.
So I was in school full time for business management. I was working at K Jewelers, and I was working a night job at a security job. And I was going to school and all this. And when I was working as security guard, I was working the front door because they trusted me to be able to count the time. They'd be able to add people mouth up so they won't be under the age or over the age of 21. And then I can jump on the register, and they were like, we know you know how to count. So But when I was there, they was like, hey, they had a comedy club next door to us, and there were people would come down, whatever. And I guess the house comic came down for like a few days. Every day he'll come down, and I would just be cracking jokes with people like at the front, and just like you know what I'm saying, just because sometimes they like hold the line up a little bit, and they get mad
Yeah.
because everybody want to get drunk and have as much relations they can possibly have. I mean, you know, 5 minutes is gonna stop you from meeting the girl of your dream.
Yeah.
So I would crack jokes with him. He sat there and watched me do it for a whole weekend, and finally came up to me. He was like, "You ever thought about doing comedy?" And I was like, "I just told my best friend if I ever meet a comedian, I'll try to do comedy." He was like, "For real?" Like, yeah. Then he handed me a business card and said, "I'll talk to you on Monday." And then from that point on, just started doing comedy.
Wow. So you had a comedy club next door to your
Yeah,
job.
it was not really a comedy club. It was a place. It's in the southeast. There's a place called Comedy Zone.
Okay.
And they they have their own rooms, but they also do like B-rate rooms where they do like a lot of like bars and stuff like that. And that was one thing they had a comedy night, and the house comedian who's there every Sunday, he was hosting the shows. He came down and saw me, and then that's what it was.
So I took that.
Yeah, and I was just like, fuck it, let's try it. And then
So
April
what
Fool's
was
Day.
that was your first?
Yeah, April Fool's Day. Nobody came because they thought I was joking.
Oh.
And I posted a video, and everybody was like, "Man, you really went deep for this video." I'm like, for this joke, and I'm like, "I was dead serious, yeah." And it went well. The first set went well. The second set was the bomb, but the first set was the set. I was like, maybe I could do this.
Yeah.
And then it still wasn't serious until I was like 3 years in.
How did you feel that first time on stage? Like,
I was nervous. It was of course you're nervous.
Yeah.
And then it's just I was like, well, in the words of my mama, when it's time to, like, I don't know if I'm ready. It's like, well, you better. It doesn't matter if you're ready or not. You got to do it now. And that's the end of the day. So it's like, no matter what, no matter if I get nervous or something, I just have to take a breath. Like, what it is right now. So we got to go with it.
Yeah.
And that's
So when you were on stage, what kind of? I mean, you said that if the first night went well, second night you
the second night
bombed.
was completely a bomb.
But how did you like feel on the inside?
Oh,
On
jittery.
that first.
Jittery. I was extremely wired. I was just like, this is not happening. I think for the first few years I would have what I call blackout moments, where I remember walking on stage, grabbing a microphone, and then I don't remember anything during the performance.
Oh, wow.
And then I would just walk off and be like, well, how was that?
This is why you record your sets.
Yeah,
right?
and then I was do audio a lot because I'm dyslexic, so I can't read every word. When I start writing on a word, it start moving around a lot.
Oh no!
So I have to do all audio, and then everything else. I had to learn. I taught myself, and I started comedy in a small area, so it was like there was no big name to even teach you how to do this. So it was all self-taught, all informative. I had to go research people. Like, I'm watching people stand up. I was watching Jim Carrey. Not for your joke structure, but like how he express himself with his face and everything else. I'm like, okay, that's a way to get a laugh. And then I was watching, I was listening to people like how they write a joke, how they put a structure together, how they got a call back to work back, how they establish like little tags. Like, it's so many things about it. And I was just like, I just got hyper focused into it.
Yeah.
And it was just like, in 3 years in, I was the third best salesman in my district. I hated my job. I was third best salesman in my district. I was making boohoo money, and I was working. I was finally got to the point where I wasn't working on weekends, and I could just do shows on weekends. And I was so happy on the weekend. And Monday morning, I was just walking to work miserable.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what would happen if I take this serious? And then that was the kick to everything.
I saw in a lot of the research that I was doing, like 2019 was like a big year.
That was the year I went full time.
Yeah.
After graduating school.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you stuck through school.
I went through school.
Despite...
And I graduated. And then the funny thing is, the reason why I went to school is so I can get a job, so I can actually afford myself to take care of this. But then I couldn't get a job. So for every job application I was sent out, I was in the comedy club with tape. And before I knew it, I was booked completely for comedy, and I still didn't have a job. So I was just like, well, fuck it. Let's just go full time. And then COVID happened.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. But that was also a good year, too, because I was technically stuck in Florida. And because I have autoimmune disease, I couldn't get vaccinated. So I was stuck in Florida. But because I was stuck in Florida, everybody was doing shows in Florida. And people was canceling last minute. And then that's how I went from being a feature act to a headliner. And those same clubs still like, we kind of like this kid a lot. And they still bring me in to do like off nights or do like a parable weekend. I will go headline those weekends.
Yeah.
And that's my comedy career. I just always take the scraps.
Wow. Wow. So how, it's been a long time since I've asked a question about what'd you do during COVID, but I am intrigued by the fact that you have this autoimmune disease, and the environment at the time is everybody is just terrified of catching COVID and
I mean,
dying.
and I'm in Florida.
And you're in Florida, who, latest breaking news is, hey,
Love it.
vaccines
Vaccine
are
doesn't
optional now.
matter.
Yeah. Let's just bring back polio vaccine, polio, the
I
measles.
can't wait for them to, can't wait for 10 years from now when they
realize
all the roller coasters are wheelchair operated. It was fun though. COVID was it was stressful. It was a very stressful time, but like I said, I just happened to be one of the few comics that was just like super. I was the last minute guy. Some people were like, "Oh, our headline just canceled for this Thursday night through the weekend show. Who can we get?" And I'm like, "We got this kid that can drive literally 5 hours and make it to this gig." And then I would go do it. I'll wear my mask. I'll go do my spots, and then people would leave the show and be like, "We didn't pay to see you, but we're glad we did."
Wow.
And it was yeah.
And so you're in Florida in the Panhandle. How do you like?
Oh, at that time I was living in Tampa.
Okay.
So I moved in 2012 is when I started comedy. I was there for the first 5 years of my comedy career, and then the next 5 I spent in Tampa.
Okay, all right. And so that's through
2000 all the way up until 2021, 22, and then I moved to New York for a year, and then New York.
What was that like? Why New York? I think
everybody was moving. There was nothing left for me to do in Florida. I was already headlining spots. I can always get to these spots anytime I wanted to. And then the big move was either New York, Austin, or L.A. And I'm not an Austin comic, clearly.
Wait, what does that mean?
I'm not a guy who just can go around here saying the 3 R's. It's not
your
my
mom,
thing.
I can tell you, as a mom to a boy, your mom must be so proud of how she raised you.
I don't know. There's been some questions. There's been some questions. It's just not my thing. I don't find them jokes funny. I mean, I will laugh at them, but it's like I can't think of the concept to even make for them jokes to even make sense for me. So like that's just not how my brain operates.
Yeah.
So like I can't write those jokes.
Yeah.
So instantly I was like, well, if I can't go there, I'm not going to LA because I can't afford it. And I had my best friend moved to New York, and he was like, just come stay with me. So I moved to New York, but then New York air quality was so terrible. It was actually doing damage. It was damaging my lungs.
Oh, jeez.
So it was either move back to Florida or move to Austin. And then I was like, well, I guess I have to go to Austin. I guess I'll be the cleanest comic in Austin. And that's been my road now. So it's just like, yeah, I'm going to this comic, Austin cleanest comic.
Yeah. Yeah. And you have no idea of the history of the Austin comedy scene. So you don't even realize like
I didn't know that they had a scene before the boom.
See, that pisses me off.
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry. I didn't know they had a comedy boom. Like I didn't know they had a comedy scene. And then when I met people here, I was like, oh, and when you meet original comics from Austin, it was like you could feel the not necessarily the bitterness in it, but it's like you could feel that, but like no, motherfucker, we been here, like it's
right.
So it's like a weird. I get it. I understand. I feel like you guys are Native Americans and we're just the pilgrims showing up and just like this is America. We've landed it. Like no, it been founded. It been founded. We've been here this whole time. Like,
well, this is where kind of my role then, I guess, is to kind of bridge that gap of history.
Look at you being Pocahontas.
And also, this is now the great time to tell you about the great LaShonda Lester.
I heard of her. People told me about her.
She
was a beast.
Absolutely incredible. And shameless plug to go listen to my interview with her because you just get a glimpse of her that is just like, to me, fuck around and find out was kind of her
embodiment.
Thing. Yeah. She won the funniest person in Austin contest, and she was just unapologetic about who she was. She was a mom, she was a wife, but she was just this crusher of a Detroit.
I think that's what comedy is supposed to be, though. I think comedy is supposed to be is not. I shouldn't have to write a joke to try to make you guys feel welcome to the scene. I should just write a joke to let you know that I'm this person.
Yeah, yeah, and that you like that. You find that you chuckle.
This is hilarious.
Yeah,
I was like,
Yeah.
what do you mean you don't like loose neck babies? This is funny.
That is funny. That joke is really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, so being able to kind of introduce the new guard of comics to there was a very big scene, and we have some big names that are out there now. They're not in Austin anymore, but
Yeah.
they're
I still think Austin is still a city you probably will eventually have to leave. But you can, it is a nice stepping stone towards
yeah,
bigger goals.
yeah. Until we get that industry,
Yeah.
yes, I do tend to agree that it's a stepping stone.
Well,
I
LA
mean,
is going downhill fast. Okay.
there's some kind of rehearsal thing going on in one of the other rooms of the Fallout
Look,
Theater.
got some
here, and
clowns
it's like,
going
yeah,
on.
there's
I
some
saw the table of
clowning.
people hanging around the circle. When I walked by, they looked at me like I was trespassing again. I was like, oh, did I step into Emily territory?
No, Fallout Theater is a very fun place, and if there's not a rehearsal going on when we leave, I'll show you the little theater.
Okay.
It's a nice theater, and they do stand up shows as well
Okay.
as improv and sketch here, and clowning. Where were we? Okay, so you did you get to do any comedy in New York? I mean, did
Oh
you
yeah,
get a
yeah. I was
feel
there
for
for a
the-
year. I was there for a year. By the time I left, I'd done the stand at least once or twice. I'd done like a few of the local shows, a few of the local bars, but nothing too crazy. By the time, and then that's also was like I realized like my own like flaws in comedy. Like it's not the material. Like I got the material. I don't have the. I crack jokes and tell people I don't have a personality. I don't have an outgoing personality. It's like so people, especially now in the age of social media, it's like social post everything, this and that. But I'm really private. I'm really quiet. Like that's just how I am naturally. So like that scene involved a lot of who do you know and what can you get into.
yeah.
Let's hang out till 2:00 in the morning. I'm like at 12:30, bro. I'm trying to be asleep. I'm not trying to do that. Like it's
Yeah.
not my thing, and it's
Yeah.
like I don't really. It's not. It's just what I am. So like honestly, that was like the benefit of having this scene. Is the difference is that like I came here and I was like I can just let me just be funny, and I still got the same acknowledgement if I would as somebody who just is super popular.
Yeah,
And that was the one thing. It's like, oh,
yeah.
I can come here and actually be funny.
So did you make the move here like sight unseen, or did you kind of come
I
here
came and
test
visit.
the
I
waters?
had already visit earlier
Yeah.
that same, but I already knew I was coming here anyway when my doctor showed me the image of my lungs. So I was like, oh well, I can't. I was like, we can't have your lungs shouldn't look like a Dalmatian. And
Oh my gosh.
so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and leave. But I already had a scheduled trip to come visit. And a few of my comedy buddies already like, you should definitely come visit, bro. Come here and check it out. And I did. And I was like, I kind of do like the scene.
Yeah.
And I do like the fact that like I'm from a small town. New York is a huge city. It was too big for me. It was just I don't like the whole crowdedness of like I don't like the fact that it was like that. But here is like a perfect blend of I can get some loneliness, I can walk around, be quiet here.
Yeah.
But I can also, if I need to get into a city or do some crazy stuff, it's here. So
Yeah.
it's like it's all on 6th Street. I was like,
Yeah.
that's fine. I can deal with that.
Yeah.
So that was
Yeah.
fun. I took my mom to New York though. She drove me to New York when I had to go pack my stuff, and she was in amazement. She was like,
Yeah.
this is,
Oh.
God. She's like, why they walk? It's 11:00 at night. She's like, they walking around like it's 11:00 in the morning. I was like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
mama.
crazy.
Should I take some picture for me? I'm like, I got to drive. Like it's just, it was a good time though.
It's funny the coincidence. Last week, I was recording with another Floridian who was in the military, Anthony Popoli. So I don't
I
know
know
if
Anthony.
you ever ran across each other in Florida, but it is kind of a coincidence.
The
to
Florida
me.
scene is crazy because you will bump into. That way, everybody was like, "How do you Florida guys?" 'Cause, you know, a lot of us came here. A lot of them like, "How do you guys know each other so well?" I'm like, "We've been bumping across each other.
Yeah.
I've been in this city for years and telling jokes in his city, and he been in mine. So like, you have to be friendly. Like it's just like, we
Yeah.
know each other.
Yeah.
So it's just and that's the one thing about Florida that was like if you do comedy in Florida, I think Florida is a great city to start comedy in, especially because you learn to write jokes for everybody. You every night we're gonna be different. You can do one night full of room full of Barker rooms, and the next night be a room full of black people, and the next room be like a professional stage, and just like you have to be able to tell jokes in front of everybody,
Yeah.
and that was the one benefit that Florida gave me. You just
Yeah.
learn to write.
Yeah. You talked earlier about like studying
Mhm.
comedy and watching other people's specials and taking note. Is that something you continue today?
Uh, yes and no. I do more of my I analyze myself more now.
Hmm.
It kind of ruined me watching comedy, so I can't enjoy it. If I would like, and people, it's funny because people be like, "Oh, I see you not paying." Like I'll be at open mics, I'll sit at open mics, and people be like, "JJ's not paying attention. He's not even looking at the stage." And I'm like, if I look at the stage, I stop hearing the jokes, and I only analyze the way you perform it.
Oh,
So like when I
yeah.
watch people's special, I have to just put it on audio so I can actually enjoy the laugh. Like I think Dave Chappelle Sticks and Stones. I had to put it in my car on a laptop and drove around so I won't look at the screen,
Yeah.
just so I can actually listen to the
Uh-huh.
jokes. And that's like that's the double edged sword of it.
Yeah.
So like people be like he's not paying attention. Like I have friends that's here that like I can tell when I wrote a good joke because JJ will be in his cell phone playing this game, and he'll pick his head up. And it was like, oh, I must have said something that
Oh,
intrigued JJ. And it
wow.
was like, yeah, it was actually funny. Like, you had a great concept, and I was like, where is he gonna go with this? So it was like I be listening, I just don't look like I am.
Yeah, that's
I
interesting.
learned it from
Like,
school. Just yeah,
okay.
yeah, 'cause that's how I wasn't. I was like, I didn't. I was dyslexic, so like they were like, if they would teach the class, and I wouldn't be writing notes or anything like that, and I just be listening. They're like, you're not even paying attention. I'm like, yeah, I am. You said this and this and this and this. It was like, you have so much potential. Like it's like I don't know what to tell you.
So when did you move to Austin?
October be a year.
Oh God, you're under a year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Uh, okay. Well, why don't we pivot? I didn't warn you about this up top, but we're going to take a little break.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is I've got this card game. It's
Where should we begin? Where should we begin?
yeah, Esther Perel, she's like this famous psychologist, and these are prompts basically, and you're going to point to one of these, and I'm going to read that one to you after you read the other one to me to answer.
Okay.
And they're like very short prompts.
Okay.
So yeah, point to the one you want me to read to you.
I'll read this one.
Okay, so you will read that one to
Okay, here we
me,
go.
and
Oof.
hopefully I won't cry like I did last week recording
Okay.
with Anthony.
Here we go. Something my best friend know about me that no one else does.
Oh shit.
It's a good question. I'm
That
about to
is
put
a
that in
good-
my date question.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, my best friend I've known since I was in 7th grade, so that's a hell of a long time. So she knows a lot of things about me. There's too many.
You say your best friend since 7th grade?
Yeah.
Mine's too.
Really?
Yeah, my boy Sleep. Shout out to Sleep.
My shout out is to Tammy.
Hey, Tammy.
I'll have to tell her, hey, you got a shout out. Gosh. I mean, she knows all the boys I had crushes on in high school that, couldn't tell anybody. Because I was the shy nerd type. So,
You've been my friend. Oh, I was so come on, let's hang out. She's quiet. That's
yeah.
what
Yeah, that was my role. I helped people with homework, and that was about it.
Oh, that's real. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't gonna say. My friend know I had relations with a girl that I was really friends with for a long time. That's the only.
Oh.
If she don't know that he knows, and she hate him. So he just like we gonna get back with her. We're like, look, bro. All right, that's it. All right.
Whoa, we got some tea
Yeah, tea,
on
baby.
today's episode. Okay, well, yours, JJ, is no one understands my relationship to.
Ooh. That's a good question. Honestly, it's two answers.
Okay.
One is my father, and religion.
Interesting.
Yeah, my father is a weird one because I do love my dad to death, but it was very much it wasn't a good father. I always tell people we had a better relationship if we was friends.
Yeah.
But as you get older, you start analyzing people's situation a little bit better and understand who they are. You start to realize like, oh, he was doing the best he could because he was better than what he got. So
Yeah.
that's a different relationship. And religion is I'm not religious, but I'm not anti-religion.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm more like everybody can be very religious. I don't like crossing. I don't like, in other words, in this way I can say, I don't like shitting on people's religion. So if you're Jewish, if you're Hindu, anything like that, I was like, I appreciate it. And I actually want to learn more about your said religion. I would never push whatever I feel like spiritually onto you. And but because of that, because I am like not necessarily very outspoken about religion, people just assume that I'm like an atheist or so it's just like they'll shit on other religions around me, and I'm like, you can't do that because you don't understand these principles. Like you looking at the outskirts of these people, but you're not looking at the outskirts of your own.
Yeah.
And that's like a weird.
Did you grow up religious?
No.
Okay.
No. My family was always like, if you want to go, you can go. And so it was very much an open thing. But because of it, like it was never like anti it. It was just like, I was never, oh, I'm gonna go follow this. I always been like, this is interesting, but what about these people? So I always been a kid of interest. Just like, tell me more about this thing.
Yeah.
So
a little bit of a Unitarian mindset.
Yeah, mostly, yeah. So like my best friend is like my homeboy, the one out in New York, he's Islamic Muslim. And I learned a lot about that. I was like, man, it's actually not that bad. He's like, yeah, it's not this and that and this and this. And I'm like, oh, okay. So when people say, like, yeah. So like you can get the truth of other people. You just, get to know said culture. That's one thing. Like, just get to know them. That's why I don't like racist people, because they're like, you just be ignorant. You just don't want to learn. And that's fine, but don't get mad at me when I give you the truth.
Yeah. There is kind of that promotion of let's just shit on everything that isn't like us.
Yeah.
And that's not an Austin thing exclusively.
No, it's a everybody thing lately, especially around lately. And it's just like, everything can't be like you because it'll be boring.
Yeah, right. I don't get the we don't have to go down this path. But
like this is a whole lot deeper than we thought we were gonna get.
Right. At least New York, you had that melting pot.
Yeah, but even then, it was still the same as that thing. It's like, it was funny to me how people would be. It was so funny to me, especially like currently, which is crazy to me that I don't like people don't see the ironic in this, that people won't be like, there's comedians that's afraid of being homophobic, but they'll be racist. It's just like, how you still pissing off gay people, you just pissing off the black ones.
Yeah.
Like it's like you're like, that ideally does not make sense to me.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's funny to me. That's why I never tell my people like I'm a woke comic or this and that. Like, no, you're terrible too. You're terrible too. Like, just be human about it.
Yeah.
Don't tell somebody this one thing and you go do the other. Yeah. Like, just forget you. Everybody can get these jokes.
Yeah, I think what's happening in like the cultural zeitgeist is that people can compartmentalize and they can think that they are being cool by not being homophobic. And that's a completely different thing than, but I'm going to be racist.
I'm going to be racist.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
It's like, no, I'm cool because I'm not doing attacking.
Christian comedies, you can't say any bad word, but you can be racist.
Yeah.
But in woke comedy, you can do everything, but you can be racist. You can do everything, but you can't be doing this. It's like, you can't talk about being gay, but you can say everything else. It's like, yo. Yeah. If you got that one exception, you might well accept it. Yeah. Or don't accept any of it. So it's just hey, but who am I? I'm just a random dude that nobody knows who cracks some jokes here and there.
Hopefully that's gonna change. So you moved to Austin, and did you move here by yourself, or were you with a friend?
I had a buddy I was gonna move here originally by myself, but I had a buddy who was happening going through some stuff in his own personal life, and he was just like, I need to change. And I was like, well, I'm moving to Austin on these dates. And he was like, can we split an apartment? I'm like, if you can split half the bills, then you can come stay with me. Nice. If not, then I can just live by myself. Yeah. And he was like, bet. And that's what we've been doing. So we signed our lease for 1 more year, and then after that, we're going our separate ways. Okay.
All right. So October. And what did you know about obviously you thought that the comedy scene started when the mothership opened.
No. I knew there was a comedy scene. I just didn't know how big of a comedy scene you guys had, because you guys did have Moon Tower here already, and you guys already had like Cap Cities and all this stuff already established in this scene.
But it was just
30
like,
plus years of
yeah,
the
that's what I'm
FPIA,
saying.
yeah.
And that's the same thing as like somebody going to Tampa and be like, boo, boo. And I'm like, Salisbury has been there for 30 years. Like, don't do that. Like, I understand you guys had a scene, all right?
We're like gonna fight it out here.
I know you guys had a scene. I just didn't know how big of a scene it was. Like, it's like I was thinking, oh, maybe 50 comedians. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It used to be.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
and
right?
I came from a small area when we had like 20 comedians.
Yeah.
So like I understand a small scene. I thought you guys was like, oh, 20, 30, 50 people. But I was like, oh no, you guys actually had like a legit scene. There's a difference between the two.
So what? How did you tackle navigating the scene?
Oh, I'm a man of many feet travels, and honestly, my thing has always been I don't try to make friends. I just be who I am, and I just let people naturally like me come to me. And it's just like I'm a quiet person. I sit in corners. I play music, I play my headphones, and I laugh at smart, creative jokes. If you don't like me, then you don't like me because I do the opposite that you into. You probably into like snorting lines off of hookers' backs and stuff like that. And guess what? You're never gonna see me there.
Yeah.
So it's like I just accept the fact that like the people who won't like me gonna always like me, and the people who don't would never like me in the first place. I just accept that.
Yeah. That is probably when I hear a comic say that, I'm like, oh, you're gonna be just fine no matter what.
Yeah.
Because the comic that does say, oh, I gotta stay up till 3:30 and snort coke and be with the in crowd, that's a flash in the pan.
Yeah.
You got to know who you are and what your boundaries and your limits and what your comfort zone is, and you can take all the hits as long as you know
fine.
that.
She gonna get mad at me. Oh, JJ don't hang out. Like, yeah, JJ don't hang out. Have you talked to him?
Yeah.
It's like you could have figured this out by having a conversation with him when he started talking about insurance. Like, it's
oh, insurance? You've got my interest now. What?
It's too damn high.
It is.
Oh, yeah. I'm saying, bro. It's like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just that's the other reason I was like, I always tell people like I'm not gonna be I'm not a fun comic. I'm a good comic. Fun comics get you in trouble. Good comic will always be reliable.
Yeah.
I'm always gonna be a good comic.
Yeah. Damn, I wish I still had my showcase. I would book you in a heartbeat.
Yay. Another booking that could have been.
Could have been, yeah.
It's all good.
But when we're done talking, I'm gonna give you some names that if you have not heard of them yet, you're gonna find like-minded people because there are like-minded.
I
people
feel like you'll be like one people like I think you guys need to find this guy right here. He's very
yeah.
Hope they listen to this podcast. Well, you know what? I did not know he was this deep into a person.
Yeah.
I remember when somebody else found out I was a clean comic. It was like. They were like, oh, yeah, the owner of the club was like, yeah, I booked JJ for this clean show. And somebody was like, JJ a clean comic? They were like, name one time JJ cussing the joke. And he was like, well, he
yeah.
Huh. Just,
and
that's when you know he did it good.
Yeah, exactly.
So
exactly.
I do cuss though. Don't get it confused. Don't get confused when you hear the word fuck in one joke.
But you have a 5.
I have a 5 joke.
limit.
I have a 5 cuss word limit. And if I go over there, I feel like I bump. For real. I get off stage depressed.
Oh.
It's like, ugh. I said shit too many times.
So you obviously have never performed here at Fallout Theater because you had no idea.
Well, I drove past it and then I was just like, no lie, I was like driving around the city and I was like Fallout Theater, like, and I saw the comedy thing. I was like, they got to be an improv spot because I never heard stand up there. Like, so it's just like, okay, cool. I'm like, and the improv scene, comedy and stand up and improv scenes, like you think they'll merge together, but they seem to like it's like oil and water. They don't mix very well. Yeah. And then it's just like it's not necessarily envious, but you see the idea of like people like, oh, you have it easier. No, you have it easier. And it's just like, nah, bro, both of you guys are hard.
Yeah. I was exclusively stand-up focused before COVID, and then and I always admired the comics that were both stand-ups, improvisers, and sketch comics because they were really good because they build on all of the skill sets. And because I started taking improv classes last year, I now have a bigger appreciation for the
you know
improv.
the
Yes, and yes. And it is interesting how different the
Oh yeah, you gotta it's working a different muscle, and you have to understand it.
Yeah.
But you gotta also understand it like stage wise. It's like the muscle you work out in the improv ain't gonna work well with stand up comedy, but stand up comedy ain't gonna work well with the stuff you do in improv.
Yeah.
So it's just like you have to. I feel like you have to kind of tease into both of them to understand true comedy. I can't write sketches to save my life. For some reason, my mind just don't seem to work that process of putting stuff together in the sense of a sketch.
Yeah.
But I can make something very unseriously. I can have a regular conversation and be like, well, we need to be laughing right now.
Yeah.
Just need to laugh right now. We need to get a giggle.
Yeah.
And that's just where I know my strengths. And he was like, all right,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think since the big blow up of the Austin comedy scene, I think there is more of a divide between, not like a clash, but just a divide between the stand-up scene and the improv scene, because the improv scene stays very tightly knit with Fallout, Cold Town, Hideout theaters. There's a few other improv theaters in town.
I think I all heard of these places, but I never even why
we're gonna break your world open.
Gotta break me in. There we go.
Yeah.
I need something outside of stand up in my life.
Yeah, and all of those theaters that I named, they all have stand-up shows. So you can get on those shows where people will appreciate that you're doing really good comedy that happens to have a 5-word limit of cuss words.
Like, yeah, this is my golden limit.
Yeah, because that's one thing I've learned. Not that stand-up audiences are dumb, but the improv audiences, they're really smart. They pay attention to a lot of stuff
because and the improv teach you to pay attention to every little step. Like, why is this going on? I enjoy watching improv comedy. There's some few, like I went to a couple comedy festivals. And they had like improv comedy festival. Like, these guys are actually pretty funny. I grew up watching Whose Lines Is It Anyway? That was a hilarious show.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is great. When improv works, it fucking works. But it's just like
bad,
comedy.
It's really bad.
Yeah, but when it's same thing with comedy though. So
Right.
it's like when it's bad, it's bad.
Yeah.
Like it's like, man, this kid didn't. We should probably call the psych ward on this kid because he's depressed.
Yeah.
Like this is not gonna help him.
Oh, getting an important call. No,
it's not a phone call. My phone, my heart rate get up, and I can feel my watch letting me know.
Oh no!
Yeah,
it's getting all worked up talking about improv.
Working out for 10 minutes.
Wow! Oh, it's all that improv talk, and that thing is just not even working at all. I don't even know what it's doing.
What is it supposed to be doing?
I thought it was like.
Is that okay? Those are seconds. Oh, that's a fast hour.
Oh, okay. Now I understand.
So the blues are 44. Okay. The point is,
I'm like, why? How is it at 9 and then
that's a crazy one. That's a good one. That wasn't a date.
Yeah, no.
What's the 44th date of the year?
Yeah.
Okay. See.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about the Kill Tony thing because talk about a unique experience. But you got a notebook.
Yeah. I got a notebook. Got a big notebook. I was looking for that golden ticket.
Yeah, and you got the invite to the secret show.
Yeah,
so
I ended up getting the job because of the secret show. So it was like that worked out.
Oh, that's how you got.
That's
the
how I
Sunset
got the job at Sunset
Strip?
Strip. They were like, "Hey, you should
Wow.
apply for this job."
Nice.
And they was like, "Cool." I think they just like to keep people in the loop, making sure they still in the.
Yeah.
But it was fine. It was fun. Kiss Honey was great. My friends forced me to start signing up, like in February, and then I was gone for the month of March. And when I came back, it was April, and I was like, "Cool, I just start signing up." But luckily, at the same time, my name started going across the city, so like I started doing a lot more people's local shows and local gigs and stuff like that. And then my name got pulled.
Yeah.
And then they were just like, well, I was like,
it's a good set, man.
Thank you. I was like, well, because I knew the interview was going to be terrible because I don't like talking to people.
But you did great. And you made fun of Jimmy Parker.
That's fine.
That was great.
It was just because I don't like I said, I'm not a roaster. So like, you're going to go at me. I'm like, all right, but I'm going to be honest. I'm like, that's crazy coming from the Brit. I'm just saying. It's like, that's wild, bro.
That was a good line.
Yeah, my friend, they zoomed in on it like, dude, you made his face change. I was like, what?
Yeah,
I did not
you
mean.
did.
I hope don't forgive me, brother. I hope we bring him back to London.
I mean, in front of that group in front of that panel if they can't appreciate a killer roast.
It's like that. You got what you got.
Yeah.
But it's funny after that, like a lot of British people reached out to me on Instagram, and they're like, "You should come over here, mate. We love you." Like it's like I need to go over there eat some beans and toast. I do need to make a trip.
So did you get that supposed big pop after? I mean, sounds like your Instagram blew up a bit from this.
He only blew up. I only got like 1,000.
Only 1,000.
Yeah, but I'm also like bad on social media. But ironically, like I'm still getting followers from it, and I'm still getting views on the videos and stuff like that. It just it's how you make those people stick and stay on your page, and that's my biggest problem. Like I don't really post enough, and then I don't post anything outside of comedy, and people don't want to fall in love with your jokes. They want to fall in love with you, and that's why I'm guarded at. So it's like, how do I let people in on the world of me without letting them in who I am? And that's what the big debate coming through.
Yeah. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I feel like this is the easiest way for me to do it because I like through conversations.
Yeah.
But it's like then you got to build a podcast following, and then you got to get people to follow the podcast. You got to do video because everybody want to see it without hearing it. So it's just
Well, and I have none of those things. I've just been around for a real long time, and I'm very persistent about
that's what I'm talking about. Straight
people.
thugging, and I appreciate that. Yeah. She's like, I stab and I twist.
Yeah, that's pretty much. I will guilt you into being on my podcast.
You're gonna do it.
Yeah.
But this is the one thing I was like, these are the things I need to do more of too. Yeah. So it's like I need to do more podcasts and let people see me off stage. Because like I told you earlier, you don't have to be on like I'm never on.
Yeah.
I'm only on once I grab a microphone. Yeah. Outside of that, we're just chilling.
Yeah. Well, the FPIA is coming up, and how did you even hear about FPIA? Given that you were just like...
a bunch of comedians was talking about it, and they was like, "Oh, this and that, blah blah blah." And where I'm from, Tampa, in order to get, you want a new club to get to see you, you either go to the open mics or you try out for the audition. And I was like, well, I just want to get work from this club. I want this club to see that I'm a funny comedian. How can I get work in here?
Yeah.
And I saw the competition. Like, well, there have to be somebody in there to work for the club to see me.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I just need to get to the first round. If I get to the second round, I'm fine. Didn't know about the money. Didn't know about the chance of going to Moon Tower. I was just like, I just need to get my face seen by the booker or somebody in the club. Like, we like this kid. Let's see if we can bring him back. And then the second round I was like, all right, guess it's time to leave because I won't make it to the next round. And then they were like, it's judges. And I was like, well, I just have to prove that I'm a comedian. And then it's like, oh, you're in the finals. And now everybody's around me is like, dude, you're a dark horse. You could possibly win. Like, you're one of the few people that like, no, this is definitely the undercard one. So
I've watched a handful of the prelims. I don't think I've watched you at all. Like I don't think I've seen you live.
Yeah.
I've watched your clips, and I watched the semifinals, and I'm like, oh yeah, you could very well be. And of course, we're recording this before
the competition.
So who knows?
Yeah.
And that's the other thing is I've been watching FPIA for 10 plus years, and it's always a wild card. There's always a surprise. And the judges are, even though the judges are generally pretty consistent from year to year in terms of who they have judging the finals, I always find it surprising what they end up going for.
Yeah.
So the I'm not trying to get in your head at all. I just, I call it's the funniest person in Austin on that night under the conditions of the judges and what mood they're in and what they're feeling that night. And for that hour and a half, and no, it's not a badge of honor or dishonor either way.
My whole thing is now just like at this point, we just here to have fun. It was like, would the $3,000 be grateful? Yes, I need a washer and dryer. It's just, like, what are you going to do with this money? I'm going to do washer and dryer.
That'd be a great speech.
It's like, oh my God, you got to wash my clothes. Thank you guys so much. I would have to go to the laundromat tomorrow, but now I'm going to go buy a washer and dryer.
That'd be amazing.
I appreciate it. Yeah. I washed my clothes at my brother's house in Florida before I got here.
Yeah, and I think the other thing that you any comic who makes it to the finals should have in their line of sight is really impressing the Cap City bookers.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's my whole objective. Is like if I can get, because $3,000 is great, but if I can get the work, it's consistent pay.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, every other weekend here and there, like, yes, give it to me, let's go for it.
Yeah, yeah. I assume you've done headliner shows, so I think that
I'm actually gonna be headlining the weekend before the competition, so I have to go back to Florida, do Side Split, the Wesley Chample location. So I'm doing Thursday through Saturday, and then I fly back Sunday morning for the competition.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we out here working.
Yeah. Yeah, for real. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, let's everybody listening, let's make sure we let Cap City know that we want JJ to headline at least the Red Room.
At least one night. Let me get one night. Let me prove you
Yeah.
guys. Let me give you this is El Hoto Hoto.
That's great. I like that you're making yourself laugh.
I want to spit in that one. That was a good one.
That was good. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Is there something we haven't talked about that you
I
want
don't know.
people to
What
know
else you
about
have
you?
over there that you need?
I mean, like I said, this is just a meandering conversation. I will ask you something that I've been asking, because I'm always just intrigued by this. Like, what was your light bulb moment where you knew that you could make this your full-time thing?
That's a good question. I think I had one where I was like, this have to be it because I'm not going back. Is when I thought about, like, because there's been a few times I've been depressed and been sad, and I was like, oh man, if I could just get a job, I'll be fine. If I just go, I can get a job at Walmart. I already make so much money from the disability. And I was like, I'll just double up and I'll be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, but I'm not. You tell me what to do, I'm just gonna tell you fuck you and get out of face. And it's like it's not gonna work well.
Yeah.
Another thing was COVID. The whole year of COVID. After I went through that first year, like COVID being my first year of actual full time in comedy, and how that's supposed to be like a bad time. And I went back and looked at it. I was like, I didn't have that bad of a year. Everything I wanted to do, I achieved. And it was just like, yeah, I think I can do this.
Yeah.
So it was like going into 2021. It was just like New Year's Eve. I think I was just sitting there like going back through all the stuff I did that year, and I was like, headlines, my first traveling stage, out of state shows, multiple shows, this and that, this and this and this. And I was like, I think I did it. I think I can do it. And that was the point. And I think it was 8 or 9 years in.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I listed off a couple of festivals that you did, but those were the early 20s. Are you still like looking at?
I took a break from festivals when I started moving, so it was like some of these festivals like paid for this and then did that. I think the last festival I did was Upper Left Corner in Seattle, and that was early 24, and then I did Sunfest in Tampa. I did a Flyover Comedy Festival, Slow Festival, Asheville, North Carolina, World Comedy Expo. I'm still technically waiting on Skankfest right now, but people, I mean, I haven't got my email back yet.
Yeah.
So I'm just waiting for my denial. I can't wait. I just, because I'm not, like I say, once again, I'm in this area of. I'm trying to perform in places where I'm not the guy that you typically want to see, but it's also like I'm a great palate cleanser. Like it's a great way to be like, oh, that was just genuinely good jokes.
Yeah.
Like back to the 3 R's. Like it's just, I don't know. You can use me.
Yeah.
Just,
Well, good luck. I was just looking at the website, and it's like, all the passes are sold out. You can get a single day.
yeah, but I'm
pass
waiting on
and-
not even the pass. I'm just
Right.
waiting on them to be like, did I get accepted? Like it's
Right,
just at least
right.
give me the email telling me no.
Yeah, because there's no lineup posted.
No,
So-
that's what I'm saying. We all just waiting. So just hopefully we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting. Outside of that, I'm just taking a little break from traveling a little bit, trying to stack my cash up because moving 2 years in a row was kind of like expensive,
Yeah.
especially going back and forth from New York to Austin. And then it's just like that. And then once you move into a new city, I don't have the same, like if I lived in Florida, I can get more gigs because I just know more places. But now I'm here, just like I got to start back at the bottom, start doing the smaller gigs, get the $25 a night spots and this and that, and just like so do that sunset job, perfectly fine right now.
Yeah, and you got to get that washer and dryer.
Gotta get a washer and dryer. I'm tired of going to the laundromat. Them quarters are going to get to me. Spend multiple quarters out there. It's
and
more
just being held hostage.
My mama even said, "Yeah, it was like $4.50 for
just
one load,
one?
just for one load." I'm like,
geez.
man, I gotta.
Yeah.
Some of these jeans can be wore multiple times. And this shirt stink? Like that's the question you got to start asking. You gotta get that washer and dryer. That's it. I'm gonna put a Cap City sticker on it if I win. I'll just put a sticker.
I love it.
On the just like this is what Cap City got me.
It's nice. It's nice.
This has been fun. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for being so gracious about. I'm like, he's got a. I think you have a check mark, right?
Yeah. Well,
I'm like, I know, but I'm
you
like,
can pay for it. You can pay for it.
Right.
It's just $16. You can pay for it.
I mean, I could, but I'm not gonna.
I wish it was back in the day. You know, it's funny. If it was back in the requirement, I still wouldn't have the amount of people to get the check mark. So it's just like, it's like, oh yeah, I still don't have to.
Yeah.
I just want to get 10,000 followers. I'm 5,000 away right now. We need another Kill Tony appearance, and then
there you go.
They do roast somebody else and see if they like bring another British person on.
Yeah.
It's like, what's your beans and toast taste like? I like my tea sweet, not hot.
Okay. Well, this has been great. And are you ready for your closing question?
Yeah, what's the closing question?
All right. It is one word to describe your future.
Ooh, bright.
Bright.
Yeah. I don't feel like it's going to be.
This is, I mean,
it's
you
so
remember
crazy
what
that
your
this person was
password,
dark.
right?
Yeah. It's bright though. I can see it. Yeah, I'm gonna have a good time. I can tell now. I was like, I'm gonna be happy.
Yeah.
No matter what, I'm gonna be happy at the end of it. So my future's bright.
Yeah.
My past is dark. That's just crazy. That's ironic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a special called Yin and Yang.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an idealist. Netflix, come and holler at me.
Right, well, that is a wrap on Comedy Wham presents JJ Curry. JJ, tell us where we can find you on social media and promote your projects.
Instagram and TikTok is JJ Curry Comedy. YouTube is JJ Curry Comedy, I think. It's just JJ Curry. Just Google JJ Curry. You put me up on everything. 2 letters because I don't like the AYs. Anything that's going on, just if you're in Tampa area, I'm at Side Splitter this week, Side Splitter Western Chapel location. Right now, we're waiting on some more dates to confirm for some more future shows throughout the year. Outside of that, please follow me. I'll update you guys on everything. Thank you guys so much.
And if you're listening to this, book them, because if you're in Austin, you should be booking JJ.
Yeah.
We hope you've enjoyed learning about how JJ got to be the comedic genius that you heard today, just as much as I have. This has been Comedy Wham presents JJ Curry. I'm Valerie, and that's been funny. Thank you, JJ.
Bye-bye.
Look, you wave.
I do wave.